hydroplane driver would flip in a boat and not walk away. Well, this is a new era, a lot safer too, and it's the result of those safer built boats. Another point made today on the fast Columbia River in the Tri-Cities. Watch this. Boats can fly on this glassy, smooth waterway. This is the Oh Boy Oberto. After 10 o'clock today, not much chop on the water, and there it goes. Mike Ekrit walked away from this crash. He had finished a lap at about 150. Second qualifying lap was right there. You're going to see it in slow motion as it catches air, and the boat just goes right up. Nothing stopping him, and it goes down. Again, Mike Ekrit, the driver, was safe and pulled away. Chip Hanauer leads in qualifying at 165 miles an hour.
More than 500,000 fans gathered to watch the annual boat races at Lake Washington, but as Patricia Otto reports, they saw something they didn't want to see, a racer nearly losing his life during a practice run.
Hydroplane race driver Ken Dryden is lucky to be alive. Take a look at the accident he survived. Dryden's crew members estimate Dryden was going 150 miles an hour when this happened. The boat's nose came down hard, splitting the boat in half.
I don't know why it broke or where it broke, but unfortunately it broke right where his legs were, and his body is basically strapped into the seat of the boat. So when the front of the boat broke off, it broke his legs too.
Ream says they'll study the wreckage to figure out why this happened. Today, he says, should have been the Elam's debut, not day of destruction.
The boat is a lot more aerodynamic. We did 3 wind tunnel test models, extensive wind tunnel testing in England. We did an RC model, and really tried to work the design as much as we could. Spent a lot of time on it. This boat has been under construction for about 10 years.
I was really surprised that that boat could flip because it was such a different design. And I was a little scared because most people are scared of fall flips.
Fans say they wait all year to watch the fastest boats in the world challenge each other on this lake. No one wants to see a competitor hurt or out of the race.
I'm a little bummed. Yeah, I think, you don't want to see that happen, especially that hydro was a good hydro, and you want to see the best competitors out there with the best boats.
Racers say Dryden's unfortunate accident could have happened to any one of them.
Emotionally, it's kind of tough because it could have been you out there and that kind of stuff. And I have yet to be hurt in a big boat, and it is just a matter of time before somebody really gets hurt bad in one of these things. So I don't like to see it happen.
Dryden's crew members say he'll be back after his legs heal. In Seattle, Patricia Otto, TV 11, 10 o'clock news.
We just checked with Harborview Medical Center. Ken Dryden got out of surgery about an hour ago, and doctors say the surgery went very well. Tonight he's listed in serious but stable condition. And now for the rest of the day at Seafair, it was a very exciting day. Matt Stensel joins us.
Yes, despite the tragedy, there was a race to be raced, and they did that very well. I've seen some pretty amazing things covering the Columbia Cup races in my hometown of the Tri-Cities, but this has to be one of the most stunning upsets, actually surprises in hydro history. Everyone waiting for the winner in the pits, and it's not the Bud that folks are cheering. Out of the American Dream cockpit, Dave Vilwalk. Pilot Dave Vilwalk and his crew taking the 1994 Texaco Cup off to beautiful Lake Washington. Nice aerial view of the start of the race and the first turn. The American Dream taking command early and taking the early lead, and it would pull away and build a huge lead. Ironically, folks, Vilwalk was crew chief for Circus Circus when Chip was driving that hull. A little boat with little sponsorship, but the media guide lists Troy Aikman's foundation as one of the boat sponsors, so America's team's magic rubbing off on the American Dream, winning the Texaco Cup. The rest of the results look like this. American Dream winning it with an average speed of 137.520 miles per hour. Miss Exide second, Tide cleaning up third, and the Bud did beat Smokin' Joe, so it was just a disappointing finish for Mark Tate as well as Chip Hanauer. The Budweiser's performance can be compared to watching Buster Douglas knock out Mike Tyson. Stunning. And so we'll hear from Chip and Bernie on their bad day in a bit, plus an update on the condition of injured driver Ken Dryden. Living out their dream and turning it into reality. The Performance Sunset Chevrolet American Dream Team winning the 1994 Texaco Cup. Dave Vilwalk, piloting the American Dream to a clean sweep, winning all 3 of its heats, and then leading from start to finish in the final. A first for this big-time underdog.
The little boat that could finally did. You know, the guys have been working so hard at making this boat run all year long, and a lot of things have broken at different race sites, and because of funding, we couldn't afford to go to the end. But we got back here, we got it home, the guys got it fixed, and, you know, they made it easier for me to bring it home a winner.
The crew and Dave Billwalk.
Oh, that's simple, huh?
Yeah, just like that.
It really is kind of living out, pardon the pun, of an American dream, huh?
Well, I guess we had to live up to the name.
But the Dream Day started out with a nightmare, a spectacular blowover from the Miss Elam Plus with pilot Ken Dryden in the cockpit. Dryden, as we mentioned earlier in the news, still in the hospital, 2 broken legs, serious but stable condition, and crew members expect him to recover nicely and eventually get behind the wheel again.
He will be in the hospital for a while.
Okay.
I'm sure he will want to go racing as soon as they let him know, because he's a driver.
They all are, and after cruising through the last 3 races, things came crashing down for the Bud team as well this afternoon. This has to be the most frustrating and disappointing days in Chip Hanauer's racing career, not to mention Bernie Little. The heavy favorite knocked out earlier by a penalty lap in Heat 2, and that eventually cost the Bud a first-place finish in that heat, and in the long run, a better lane assignment in the final heat. And yes, indeed, Chip and Bernie have definitely seen better days.
Yeah, it's been tough. I'm pretty beat up, and, you know, we just got to keep things in perspective. You know, there's a lot of people in Bosnia and Rwanda that I'm sure trade places with us. So it's, you know, you got to keep perspective.
The American Dream, I thought, was outstanding. I said they were going to be the boat to beat on Friday and Saturday because they really ran good all week long. They ran very good speeds in rough water. Dave Willwatt's a pro, and he did an outstanding job.
No matter what happened, you wanted to make sure you beat Smoking Joe.
Yeah, for sure. You know, there were some points there, and I had a shot at him, and we took it, and it worked out. So there's some satisfaction there.
For Texaco Cup in the books as one of the biggest surprises this season. The American Dream beating the Bud and all odds, proving that it's still a competitive sport. Tonight's focus on Sports Extras Face Off.
Everybody has just been working a lot harder, and I think the top teams, instead of complaining, have simply been doing their homework in the wintertime to make the boats faster. And
all the other boats, we've all upped our program a little bit. You know, Budweiser definitely did hurt their #1 player, their #1 boat, and that's going to slow them down a little bit. But in return, throughout the whole year, it's been real good boat racing from all the teams.
But there's 5 other boats out here, 6, that are as fast as he is. And I'm glad that people in Seattle here can see it now firsthand. You know, I mean, that there are some fast boats out there. Chip's got a great team, and he's a good driver, and they've had some good luck to fall their way, too.
The sport's getting so much better, and Bill Doner's done such a great job, and you know, the future's just so bright for us. We're real excited about it. I think that's the whole story right there.